radio.lasell.edu.
Hello and welcome back to WLAS 102.9 LaSalle College Radio, Newton. My name is Bailey and I am your host for the hour. In the studio with me tonight, I have some special guests. Joining me are Ronny and Raspy Taylor.
Raspy Taylor.
Raspy
the first
Taylor.
show I ever did, not to like all of a sudden just jump into this. First show I ever did on the flyer that went out to everyone. Raspy Taylor. So.
Then I also have Matt helping me out here, controlling the soundboard.
What's up?
So we are gonna hop right into things. And so my first question for you guys is, what made you guys wanna like start performing and like do music and stuff?
I mean, I'll take this one first. So I started making music in senior year of high school. I'm 21 now, graduated high school in 2014. And I've always kind of had this like passion for just like making stuff. And I've always kind of just wanted to have my voice heard, and I always had this thing for entertaining people. And so like throughout like middle school or whatever, I'd write like stupid like parody like songs or whatever. So I always had this thing like the music was always there, and I always listened to like rap and hip hop. And so senior year, I saved up enough money, which wasn't that much. I got like an old MacBook and a mic and just like started making stuff. So really, to answer your question, I think the passion or the drive really just came from a passion to just like express myself and just a need to always have some creative outlet behind me, I guess.
Okay, cool. And what about you?
I came in a little late. I started like probably two or 3 years ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we didn't really hang out in high school, so like it's not like we weren't friends, but we just didn't hang out.
Nah, he was part of the cool table. I swear, he was part of the cool table. I was part of the nerd crew.
No.
I apologize.
That's why we weren't friends. No. Yeah, I kind of like didn't really like wasn't into music, like making it for a while, but like I've always been like involved in like I've like learned how to play the guitar in like middle school and stuff like that, so I've always like been kind of interested, and then it all just kind of like snowballed into like this. Once I met him, we just kind of started making stuff for fun, and then it all just kind of got like more serious. We started taking it more seriously, so it's like it's even more fun now because we're still having fun doing it. So
Awesome. Next question. What is an artist that you feel inspired by?
All throughout like everything I've done, I've always been inspired by Donald Glover, Childish Gambino. Dude's my number one. He's a genius. And just musically and just through all his creative outlets, he's really inspired me. A lot of his old stuff, Camp, Cul-de-sac, and then Tyler Creator, I think is huge.
Yeah.
Just in a way of just like do whatever you want and do whatever, don't really like do what other people want you to do, and just do whatever you want just to make you happy, and then everything else will follow that.
yeah, I think I can't really pin it down to like a specific person, but more of like multiple genres, like because I grew up listening to a little bit of everything, so I can't really like place one name out there. But yeah, I if I were to put together like a whole like clique or genre, it would be Tyler Creator, because like that whole like generation, even now they're coming up now, a lot of kids are influenced by them. It's kind of like expressing yourself freely and not really caring what people think. So it's kind of where
like,
our inspiration comes from.
Those like Odd Future middle school days were like the best.
Yeah. Do you feel like being able to, sorry to take over.
No, you're good.
Being able to take a step back and just do whatever you want without worrying about the other opinion, and like just being very creative in your own sense kind of allows you to open more doors because you're not holding yourself back creatively to, conform to what's being listened to?
Yeah, even like I think like mentally it just helps me, because it's like I don't constantly have this thing of where like, oh, I need to do this, or I need to not make music because it's weird, or I need to wear this because whatever. I think it definitely allows me with having those influences to just like make whatever I want, and then the idea is like make whatever you want, make whatever you feel is good, and then like other people are gonna come after that. You shouldn't chase people; they'll come to you.
Yeah, it feels more genuine almost, right?
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what would you say your process is when like creating a track? Like, do you have the beats first and then lyrics come, or like you kind of think of lyrics and then pin it to a beat, or?
It's kind of like different every single time. It's like if I like hear a beat, I'm like, all right. I personally I usually play it for like 20 minutes, and then I write the song in like 10-15 minutes, and then go and record it in like 30 to 45 minutes, and it's usually done after like an hour or two. But I mean, it could all change if like the next time going to record something, I either write something like beforehand, or he writes something like months in advance, and then he hears the beat one day and like puts the lyrics in where will fit the beat and whatever. I mean, it's all just like kind of feeling off the vibe of the song, whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like just like controlled chaos of just like whatever just like happens first. Like we're starting to do a lot more of our own production too, so it's like just whatever you have first just kind of stems the rest of it. And like you said, like a song could take like 20 minutes to write or to make the whole thing, and it'd be your best thing. And I could take 2 weeks on a song, and like I hate it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it always changes.
Okay, well, let's hop into some music.
Let's go.
So coming up first, we have.
I got you.
I can't see it.
We got Rain by Ronny.
Hey.
And then coming up after that, we'll do FaceTime with iCarly by Raspy Taylor. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right. Enjoy.
The song sucks.
Five, four, three.
Hello and welcome back to WLAS 102.9 LaSalle College Radio, Newton. My name is Bailey and I am your host for this hour. In studio with me, I have Ronny and Raspy Taylor. We're asking them some questions, so we're just going to get right back to them. But you just heard 2 of their songs.
Would you like me to reiterate for you?
Yes.
I got you. All right. You just heard FaceTime with iCarly and Rain.
That way.
Yes.
Yeah, it was cool. That was like the first time we ever been on the radio. That was wild. I wasn't expecting that. All of a sudden, you're like, we're playing your songs. We're like, whoa.
There you go.
I appreciate it. That's
Hey,
tight.
no, thank you guys.
Funny enough, I was talking about how I write songs. I wrote Rain in probably like 10-15 minutes, and
Really?
that was like the easiest song to write because it
Yeah.
just came to me, and like didn't really try too hard.
Mhm.
Didn't know why I wrote about rain.
I'm glad you played
And
that
that's
first because it's raining now right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes sense.
All right, so back to the questions. If there was any artist, dead or alive, that you could collaborate with, who would it be? This is like what gets everybody, I feel.
I was gonna say you gotta go first because I don't know it.
Geez, you wanna go first?
All right. Not to bring nothing down or whatever, but recent passing of Lil Peep,
Oh,
that
man.
was really devastating. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I don't think me and him super have a similar sound, but I don't know. I think it was really influential. Had a really different path he was taking. But other than that, I mean, just like the unbelievable, like Michael. Who doesn't mention Michael Jackson?
Of course.
Yeah.
Who doesn't mention Michael
Yeah.
Jackson or Pac or Biggie? You know, it really just to collaborate in any way, production-wise, writing, anything, I think would be insane with those 3. And then not to mention just the not discredit anyone, but less popular. You know,
Yeah, of
like
course.
maybe a Peep or something like that, who we unfortunately saw recently pass.
Yeah. That was a rough
I
one.
was sad. I didn't
Yeah.
find out till like 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
And then I literally came into the studio and I was like, Matt, did you know
Yeah.
Pete died?
I was like, yeah, 2 weeks
And-
ago.
And I was mad.
They
but-
had just some people we know. They were doing a show. We weren't on it. They were doing a show at the Middle East in Cambridge, and Lil Tracy was the headliner, and it was like a couple days, maybe a week like after he died, and they played like all his. So we saw videos of it. They played like all of Lil Peep songs, and
that's
like
cool.
Lil Tracy was like jamming out to Peep songs, and I don't know, super sad. The video's
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Wow. How are you?
I'd probably say Pharrell
Okay.
in terms of production.
Yeah.
If I just had to like
Wait, did you say just dead or dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
Oh. I was like, Pharrell's not dead.
As far as you know.
Surprise.
So yeah, Pharrell and maybe have Frank Ocean on a couple tracks.
When I listen to your songs, I got like Frank Ocean, Chance the Rapper vibes.
Yeah,
Like,
I honestly like when I try to draw inspiration, I just can't. It's just whatever comes out, comes out. But I mean, that's pretty flattering.
Do you ever like catch yourself like while you're writing music, being like, "Oh, I'm sounding a little bit too much like this guy," or that was kind of the rip of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of songs you make that no one will ever hear that are just like stems of that. Just like you don't mean to, but like
It happens.
when you go back and like listen.
It happens all the time. Like, well, real quick, I want to add on my answer. Childish Gambino is my. I didn't know we could do a live. I didn't know we could do a
just
live.
dead.
I didn't know we could do a live sequel.
Strictly
I didn't
this
know. Yeah, Childish Gambino. I mean, same thing as my. I work with the influencers. Tyler Creator, Chance the Rapper, Travis Scott, Isaiah Rashad, Kendrick. But anyway, dang, what was I saying? What were you saying?
Oh, sounds like.
Yeah. Okay, got it. It happened like a lot of times. Like I'll be listening to like a song, or I'll be listening to a song the next day, and I'll be like, oh man, I want to make that something that evokes that same feeling.
Yeah.
So like the next day, like I'll be making a beat or something like that, and it'll emulate exactly what I was just listening to, and then like I listened, I was like,
like too
I'm
close.
terrible. Yeah, like this dude. I don't know if you know Oliver Francis. I never heard of him.
Uh-huh.
He's like I think he's from like Minnesota or something like that. I listened to his music like all week, and I made a song the other day, and it's like, wow, this sounds like an Oliver Francis song.
Yeah.
Can't put this out.
You just can't do it.
All right. Well, here's another tough question. If you guys couldn't be doing music, like what's your backup plan, or like what would your backup plan be? Like if you couldn't do music.
I have an easy answer. You want to go?
You give me the easy answer first.
So I've always super been into videography. Like when I was like 9 years old, like I'd steal my mom's camera and like make my friends like make videos with me and stuff. I think that's kind of how all this started, and even stems to like we do all our own videos, all our own photography. Like so I think like part of the reason I started making music is I want to make music videos. Didn't have any music to make the videos around, so I made my own songs so I can make the videos to it, and we got super into photography and like fashion because we made music.
Yeah.
So I think if I wasn't in music, I'd still be in some form of like entertainment or like production, like video or photography or something like that.
Yeah, stick with something creative.
For sure. Yes.
Yeah. If I never got into music, I don't think I would have come out of my shell like I have, because like when I was younger, I mean, I've always been like a shy, distant person. So like, I'm glad music has given me the opportunity to like kind of show what's like when I'm thinking, like what I'm like trying to say, but you don't really hear. But I don't know. I always wanted to be in the NFL, but obviously that didn't happen. But I honestly couldn't tell you. I mean, I'm just I like doing what I'm good at. And what I enjoy, and this is what I'm good at and what I enjoy. So
yeah, it like helps you with that, like personally, like that.
Yeah.
You know, you can say stuff without actually saying it and still let it out, which you know you gotta eventually. That's definitely key.
Exactly.
It's cool that now we have like outlets where like, and I feel fortunate to have an outlet where like I can express myself and like relieve what you have going on like mentally or whatever.
Exactly.
Like I have so many songs just about like girls that like didn't text me back or whatever. Like,
exactly.
Like I have this one song coming out. I think it's coming out Thursday. And like the opening line is like kind of a direct shot at this girl, and I hope it doesn't hear it. but it's that was my creative outlet to like get over it, and it's like, and it's all I can't not put it. It's just like, I don't know, true to myself, and I think that's important. Just to be vulnerable, and a lot of people don't get that.
Yeah, it's like
or
almost
afraid.
Yeah, it's like hard sometimes to like say something you feel like saying, especially like you don't know who to say it to, and they don't quite understand it. So like when you can do it like that, it's a whole new feeling. At least it's out there, but you're not also whining to someone who probably doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like everyone, like kids that we like would go to high school with, like we'd see like over the summer or whatever.
Yeah.
And they can't, because we're from West Bridgewater, so it's like super super small, like cow town, like you know what I mean, and like we'll be, I don't know, like you know, apart wherever, like you know, you see like all your high school friends or whatever, and they can't wrap their head around about like us being so vulnerable and like putting yourself out there. Yeah. And they're like, but like all the time, like, hey, can I get on the song? Nah, you can't get on the song.
Like, nah, that's not happening.
But yeah.
That's great.
All right. Which venues do you guys like performing at most in the Boston area? / what was your favorite?
Well,
Slash.
Slash. I don't know why I said
Forward
that.
slash.
Forward
Slash.
We've only, well, I mean, at least I've only performed at like this local place in like Bridgewater, and it's like I think it's closed now. It's like it was the most rundown like dive bar you can get, and we performed there like 3 or 4 times, and it just like I was performing like. We've seen like locals like look at
Lauren, our camera woman's been there like all
times.
of them, and I don't know how you came back to like
The
the 4th or the 5th one.
No, but what places we want to
Yeah.
perform at? Like, there's probably 3 or 4 places around here, like Middle East and House of Blues and like the Wilbur Theater and stuff like that. Just like, cause it's kind of like places that we've seen people at.
Yeah, you grow up going to these
It would be
places.
so cool to just be there one day, but
Definitely.
baby steps, you know.
Not to counteract that, but I love like, cause right now we're at the super bass level, like underground, like gritty kind of area. I love just like the basement performances, like the basement, just
cool.
gritty shows. Like we did a show at UMass Amherst, like a month ago or something like that, and we had no information about it. Like we just knew it was like an underground rap show or whatever, and it ended up being like 10 minutes off campus, like in this like basement, and it was like the most fun I've ever had at a show. It's just it's just everyone at this. I mean, it's not gonna sound fun the way I'm gonna describe it. This small, cluttered, just hot, like everyone just
Mosh pit.
it's just like a mosh pit vibe.
Oh,
Like,
that's great.
like I loved it. I mean, granted, like I absolutely want to leave the basements and get
Yeah, you eventually do want to be
like
playing
the
the bigger
Middle East.
places.
Yeah. But I think right now, like not taking for granted these like intimate, like basement gritty, like shows. They're so much fun.
And then you eventually lose that intimacy too.
For sure.
So I'm sure plenty of artists end up missing it because you know it's not as personal and right there.
Yeah,
you know?
like my favorite shows are like the ones that are super small. Like we saw Flatbush Zombies like years ago at Paradise Rock.
Yeah.
And now they're selling out House of Blues, and it's getting less and less, like exactly what you said, less and less personal and intimate.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure everyone. I mean, yeah, you can't stray away from it because it just naturally happens. But like, yeah, I'm sure it'll stink to kind of miss.
Yeah, of course. And you even see bands try to like recreate that, like 21 Pilots, for example. You know, they went back to Columbus, where they're from, and they just worked their way up with the venues that they started playing in. So they went to this rundown bar, and then they to get back to that feel. Like
Right.
I'm sure you learned, you learn to appreciate it almost. The fact that you know now, while it's happening,
Definitely.
to like get into it.
All right. Well, why don't we hop back into some music? If you would like to announce.
Yeah. All right. Coming up next, we got Rays, and then we got Monday Night Raw. So make sure you guys stick around.
Nice.
Oh, all my problems in the pain stop. Hey, yeah. Oh, I feel fine when the rain drops. Hey, yeah. Oh, all my problems in the pain stop. But everyone complaining. I'm just happy cause it's raining.
And come in and like I'm doing to the library. So.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, hello and welcome. I was not paying attention.
Wait, we're doing this?
Hello and welcome back to WLAS 102.9 LaSalle College Radio Newton. My name is Bailey and I have been your host for the past 39 minutes.
So
Time is flying.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it always does.
Again, with me in studio is Raspy, Taylor, and Ronny.
Yeah.
We've been hanging out, talking music and their inspirations, so we're going to get back into that.
Well, before that, we were having a great conversation off air. I'm not going to go into specifics, but there are people who, they obviously get a big head before they even deserve to get the big head. So you obviously see that a lot. Like, how do you deal with that when you're playing at a show and you see some guy who definitely thinks he's way more important than he really is?
I mean, it's either you stoop down a level or that you just be yourself. And like me and him, I don't know anyone else who is more like. We just don't care what we say or what we do because we just kind of free spirits like that, I guess. I don't know, but we've definitely met some guys at shows that just very intimidating in the weirdest way. They're at the same show performing the same thing as us.
Yep.
But they're just acting like they're a millionaire.
Yeah. We had this one show. not to like air out no dirty laundry or nothing, but we back at like the spot in Bridgewater, like we were headlining one time, and like that doesn't mean anything. It was a small Bridgewater spot. So we were headlining, and there was a couple people that opened for us, and like the openers, like one opener had the same like, because we did like a remix like Chill Bill,
Okay.
and then so we're doing sound check, and she goes first, and she has the same beat, and we're just like, you didn't check that like before. But yeah, there's a lot of like egos. Everyone kind of gets like the whole rapper thing, like, oh, I'm a rapper, this is how I'm gonna act. And I don't know, it's kind of whack. You definitely see there's a lot of phonies, a lot of just like, I don't like this word, but like clout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't stand that word.
Everyone, I don't like it either, but like everyone kind of gets in some sort of way, and whether it be like, oh, how many plays they got, or just, I don't know, no one's better than anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
You're at the same venue. Like, luckily we're fortunate where we do a lot of shows where it's like, it's all love, and like everyone's super cool. But like you said, there's always that like one.
You bump into that one guy who's just
facts.
Yeah, we
just try to stay humble, have fun. That's all. I mean, like, just mind our business. A lot of people just kind of like try to make it deeper than it is. It's just,
I'm just like, I don't have anything. I'm lazy. Like, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? You see, like, I'm not intimidating, dude. You see me, I'm just chilling. whenever I'm at a show, like, I'm super laid back, and just let me know when I'm on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
great.
Yeah. All right. So, who would you guys think that your music is most like? Like, if you had to describe.
I think like, for me personally, it kind of keeps going back to like my influences and who I want to work with. Cause I think like, for me, it just purely everything, a lot of what I do purely derives off of like influence. But I think like, at least like now, cause I think like my music's gonna evolve and like grow, and like as I get better at producing, and as, you know, more outlets come, I think, as of anyone. Like, for instance, like, Tyler, Creator's first album in 2008 doesn't sound like Flower Boy, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna,
all,
I think, naturally it's gonna kind of expand. I think, like, writing-wise, I think early Gambino, definitely, just kind of, like, I like pop culture references, and I like funny, obscure references that, like, relate to, like, your own life. I don't know, I think, early, like, camp, cul-de-sac Gambino, I think, is my biggest influence, whether that comes out sonically, but it's definitely in there in the writing.
Alright.
I've tried for like the past like 3 years to like pinpoint like who I sound like, but like I just can't do it. Like, I'd have to leave it up to like you guys, but I think like more of like genres like bring my sound out, like kind of like this generation, like Odd Future and like all that, and then like I listen to like some 90s R&B, and then like 2005, like Panic at the Disco. I go all over the place. So, like whatever you hear is like kind of like a melting pot of like.
Yeah, you have a huge array. Like we were listening on the way here, and like we listened to Playboy Cardi, and then after that was Pearl Jam.
Yeah, it's literally like my playlist. Like I'll have Metallica come on, and then like right after that it's like Panic at the Disco, and then like Little People come on, and then, like it's just all over the place.
Like I've been bumping Dixie Chicks all week. Like, dead serious, I have. It's like embarrassing, but that's just the music I listen to.
I can try to pin it down. You sound like John Mayer, Marvin Gaye. The Wiggles.
The Wiggles.
Thanks, man.
No problem. Nickelback.
All successful in their own way, you know.
You're a Nickelback type beat.
There you go. So you got the country market. You got like the mom rock market. You know, children.
Cover all ground.
There you go. It can never be out of business.
Nope.
That's a talent in its own if you think about it.
Definitely.
Alright, next question. I don't know, Matt, you ask the question.
Jeez, I feel like
I hope we're not running through these too fast.
I feel like I'm taking over that, so I just letting you be here. Alright, cool. Hey, no, I'm sorry.
We're all conversating, we're just chilling.
We're just chilling here. Alright,
Just hanging out.
Cool. Let's just talk music in general. First concert.
Fall Out Boy.
Nice. What year? Like when?
2007.
Oh, so that was like OG. Alright.
And then I saw them 2 times after that, and then I lost count.
Yeah, I've seen them like 5 times. I never got to see them pre-hiatus, but I've seen them every time since.
I saw them like before that, like
like
up until middle school, and then I stopped going to those kind of concerts.
Yeah.
But,
2011 Bank of America Pavilion. Kid Cudi,
Alright.
and Tyler Creator and Logic opened for him.
Oh.
But it was like 2011, so you know how Logic's like huge right now.
Yeah, he was like no one back
Logic was performing when people were like getting to their seats.
Yeah.
Like no one cared about him.
Wow.
And he was doing like mixtape like Sinatra stuff and no one cared.
That's nuts.
Tyler was sick though. I'm glad I saw him like in that era cuz I
Yeah.
loved that like 2011 like
Definitely.
pre post Goblin but like wolf genre. Yeah. It was sick.
Nice.
All right. So are you guys working on any songs, EPs, or possible album to come out in the near future?
I mean, yeah.
Nah, we don't kiss and tell. Don't worry about
Wow,
that.
now you're airing my dirty laundry. You're making me look bad.
Anyway.
I apologize.
Wow. It's alright.
Anyway.
Out there listening. If they are, I don't mind. I should have told them afterwards. I'm like, yeah, that's going nowhere after this.
What was the question?
Are we working on stuff? Yeah, I mean, we're always like, we have stuff that we're always gonna have stuff to like be able to put out. But
Yeah.
personally, I want to have an EP or something by the summer. I mean, I had one done the end of last summer, but I wasn't content with it, so it's kind of on the back burner. But I mean, I know he has a bunch of songs because he's always making stuff. But yeah, I definitely want to put something out soon. I might have a couple songs. I don't know.
A little something,
I don't know.
Maybe.
I got this Thursday. I don't know. Whenever I want to put it out, probably this Thursday.
Alright.
New song, new music video called Annie, I'm Not Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, kind of an easy reference to get.
I heard you reference the drowning pool earlier, bodies at the floor. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That was the hook. Let the bodies
Yeah.
hit the floor. Yeah, we did that because I just wanted a song that like you could just like bang your head at a
Yeah,
show. Like,
definitely.
just something that you could just scream.
Yeah, just get hard.
to.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Thursday, shameless plug, Beatnik, youtube.com/Beatnik TV, BEATNYK
There you
TV.
go.
That's where you can find all music videos and stuff.
Now you're here to plug, so
I know,
everybody
that's
just push it out.
Facts. We're trying to put out a music video at minimum like once a month to really
Alright.
try to like just get our stuff out there and like saturate, not negatively saturate the market,
Yeah.
but like I mean, for instance, like if I tell you right now like an artist you've never heard of, what are you gonna do right
You need to
now?
look them up, but
On what website?
probably YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone just YouTube. So like I think it's a big thing that I think people at our level and like really overlook
It's a
is
huge
like
tool.
videos.
Yeah.
And like fortunately for me, like I love it.
Yeah.
It's like we have the capability of just like making it whenever we want.
Yeah, for sure.
So this whole year we're really trying to utilize just like pumping out like quality music videos and just
Yeah.
like really getting that YouTube game going.
Yeah.
So this Thursday, look out for it.
There you go.
All right.
And you gotta imagine like being an artist like 10 years ago and there was no YouTube. Like,
Right.
Could you like
What did
like,
people do?
how do they market things? Like
I don't
especially like at
know.
such a low level. Like
CDs, Max.
yeah, but
Flyers.
it's cold out. Like you gotta walk around like hand I don't want to do that.
My senior year of high school, I made some trash.
Yeah.
Like it was just garbage. But just like on the stair, I just thought like, oh, I made a mixtape. I gotta hand it out. So I made like 12 copies and just like
There you go.
handed it out to like random people. I probably saw like 3 in the trash like before I left school.
I have one.
Do you have? Is it in your car?
No, it's in the trash.
Never completely throws it out. Just keep it at the bottom. Oh, that's
But
great.
yeah, we're always putting out stuff at this point. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
So where can everyone else find you? Like if they want to look you up?
I
Like
was
you,
just gonna.
oh, sorry.
Ooh, swagger jack.
There it is.
I'll start with SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Ronny_Beatnik, and then Instagram @RonnyBeatnik, Twitter @RonnyBeatnik. Don't look at my Facebook. I think that's pretty much it.
Don't look up your little MySpace.
Yeah, I was about to
Don't
say
look
that's
up
where you're
Tumblr.
lacking. You gotta like bring up MySpace.
I deleted my MySpace at the beginning of high school. I knew it would be my downfall.
Have me on AIM. I don't remember my
That
AIM
died
username.
now. It's gone.
Yeah, it is
it?
gone.
I
Yeah.
totally got rid of it.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
last year, right?
Not even like a couple months
A
ago.
couple months
I
ago.
think it was like November.
Do you remember your username?
I don't want to say that. I'll share if everyone else shares. Besides that,
I don't remember mine. That's why I
Yeah.
asked.
Little Sesame 214.
Little
What?
I'll
Sesame.
never forget. It'll be on my gravestone probably. No.
That's fantastic.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, I guess I'll share it too. A little bit of a back. I used to play soccer. I was a goalie,
Sure.
so like me, I was like, oh yeah, and my team called me Maddie. My name's Matt. If no one knows that, they probably don't. So it was Maddie in goal 13, which is my lucky number. I still use that
Maddie
password. I mean
in
that I still use that email to this day, but I try not to share it too often.
Except with everyone you email it with.
Well, I got my Gmail, which is like people who are cool with reading it, and then like I have like if I'm signing up for something, I'll just type that in real quick because I never look at it.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, I'm like, all right, let's see what coupons I got.
Oh, I remember mine.
What's that?
Yamakid 628.
Yamakid.
Yamakid, because I was super into like motocross when I was a kid,
Okay.
so I always rode Yamahas.
There you go.
And then I was like, I had to make an email or something like that, and I was like, Ma, what should my email name be? And she was like, I don't know, you ride a Yamaha. I was like, got it, Yamakid.
Yamakid.
At me.
Sounds kind of like a Jewish rapper. Like,
Right.
It's Yamakid.
Yamakid.
That might be like an alter ego thing. Yeah. Like Eminem had Slim Shady. You can have Yamakid.
Yeah. I used to go before I went by Raspy Taylor, which is a weird story that we don't gotta get into, but because it's like which is weird. Like at shows, like people don't know my real name's John.
Yeah.
People don't know me as John at shows, and it's weird. Like I'm finally getting used to it, but like people like just know on Twitter will come up to me like, "What's up, Raspy?" And I'm just like, "What? Oh yeah, the rapper thing. Got it." I used to go by like Johnny Boy because that was like.
Okay.
That was like my gamer tag on like Xbox, and like everyone, it just like stuck. Everyone in high school called me that, so my mom always called me. So I was like, oh, naturally Johnny Boy. You Google Johnny Boy, and you don't find.
Finding it.
Yeah, I won't tell you what you find. You can Google it later, but you don't find me. So, but we derived a lot from your question. I apologize. You can find me at SoundCloud.
Wait, what was the question?
I forgot.
You can find me at SoundCloud.com/SoundCloud. No, I'm sorry, I played too much. SoundCloud.com/Raspy Taylor. All my stuff is just Raspy Taylor, RASPY Taylor, TAYLOR, Raspy Taylor. Just, I mean, for real, just Google me. It all comes up. Twitter is Raspy Taylor. Instagram is Raspy Taylor. Yeah, just Google it.
If you want to find the both of us, you can go
Yep.
on our Beatnik Instagram, which is Beatnik Music, BEATNYK.
Yeah,
Music.
that's huge.
Alright.
And same on Twitter. We share both of our stuff because I mean it's just the both of us. So
Yeah.
YouTube, Beatnik TV.
Yep.
Everyone so we obviously took the term Beatnik and we
Yeah.
just put a Y instead of an I.
There you go.
So yeah, Beatnik with a Y.
yeah,
It's easy enough.
Big bet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. This was awesome.
Cool.
I had fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it's
Good
great.
time, yeah.
To play you guys off, we got Navigator by
Ooh,
Raspy
tight.
Taylor, and then Passion Fruit by Drake.
Nice.
All right.
Is he here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the back.
We're
The back
going
room.
out. He's the real interview. You guys are just the warm up.
I feel you. I feel you.
Alright, see
Thank you
ya.
guys so much.
Thank you.
That was tight. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great job.